even soon-ish. So I want to get as many as I can. After that will be Liam if I have time. We'll see how much time this takes me. So we're going to be watching Durkia, who is a Plat tank player. He says, I played 13 games that day, only won 3 of them. Although my performances felt fairly similar to this one, this game is a loss on Hanamura, where I felt like I could have done no more to win the game. Doubt, but we'll see how this actually goes. You can always do more. Even at I play at like mid to high miss masters now and play with teams higher. You always can do more. Like if you go back to watch your team, you can always do more to help your team. So first thing first, you're playing Roadhog with a Rhine. This is already not a great comp, but because at least they have Sigma Roadhog, it can work. Anywho, the general idea of Roadhog is getting picks. Getting picks. In this case, you would just be looking for someone who's like out in the open or out of position. You try to hook them, to punish them, to kill them, and by getting an early kill, you win the team fight, and that's it. Your team is basically centered around, just push, try to get damage in, and eventually kill people. Especially your Reinhardt if he manages to get close. But you in particular have to play around this idea of getting picks. You're not going to be shooting at shields or tanks most of the times. So, if you have nothing to do, then yeah, you can shoot at the shields because Roadhog's shield trick is okay. But the idea is still you have to get an early hook and kill them. Like this McCree is a free kill. Just throw your hook. Just throw your hook. Just hook this McCree. Just hook the McCree. Just hook the McCree. You were so late in hooking this McCree. Like this is already telling that maybe you need to work on your hook. On your hook prioritization, because this is the most important tool you got. You're not going to one-shot anyone at this range. Like doing damage is not going to be enough. But if you get the hook, he's just dead. They don't have like a Zarya or a D.Va who could try to save him. So it's like just hook the McCree. You let him get close enough that the Sigma shield blocks your hook. Like the McCree gets pressured, and only now you're going for the hook. Remember what I said. This is actually your one. Like this is your most important tool. Like the way Roadhog plays is you only play for picks. You are not you're not such a good brawler that you can compete with like Ryan Zarya or Ryan D.Va or maybe even Ryan Sigma. Right? All of them can get more value than you can in brawl. You don't have enough range damage to put pressure on people. You don't have enough defensive ability to help your team. You can only help yourself. The idea of playing Roadhog is playing very solo, but you have to prioritize getting picks. So, this McCree, maybe, yeah, with the McCree dice anyway, which is, solid, like the Ash to the Dynamite, and we all put pressure on McCree and he died, but you basically wasted your hook, and this is the most important part. This, like, is relevant, but not as relevant as I think it, like, it's the same impact on the fight. We still killed McCree, but you would not have killed him if your team had not been, if he hadn't been feeding and he hadn't been paying attention. Whereas if you had the hook early, he would just be dead, and we could just, go all the same. This was not a guaranteed kill, where the hook was a guaranteed kill. And this thing you're doing of just shooting at the enemy from long range is not how you want to play this. You should be looking to rotate, right? You should be looking to maybe get in there when your Rhine push forwards. Because, like, hold on, when we kill the McCree, your Rhine starts pushing forwards, right? You should be with your Rhine. You can look into going here, maybe. Your Rhine is also standing on the choke, which is not ideal, but this is not your problem. Your goal here is to get picks, like I said earlier, right? Get either very close to the enemy so your left click can do a lot of damage, or just make rotation so you can get picks with your hook. And here you're not really enabling either of these. You're reloading. Also, don't reload this early if you don't really have to. Just shoot at the shields a little bit more. Because like I said, if you have nothing to do, you might as well shoot at the shields. And these steps you're taking, like this step you took is just not good, and you also just wasted your hook. Don't use this on cooldown. You've wasted both of your hooks thus far. I feel like this may be a theme right now, like maybe you're getting value with Roadhog's basic kit, but you're just not getting value out of your hooks. Also, what are you healing? Just let your Ana heal you. If you, like right now, your team doesn't need as much healing, so just let the Ana heal you for all charge. That said, I'm not totally against you healing yourself here. It does free the Ana to, you know, heal other people. So I'm not totally against this idea, but I would have let the Ana get the charge. You run Shashigin, so go forward. Stop shooting at the shields. Please stop shooting at the shields. I think that you intended to get this hook. This is not a bad hook. You're pulling the Roadhog into your team, so he should die. Even if he's got his healing, we got an Ana who can anti him. Yeah, he dies. So again, that's the first time you've gotten value with your hook. But you're playing very oddly in the sense that you're not really doing a lot. You should be, you know, rotating at the very least, trying to get an off angle on the enemy, so they can't block your shield, your hook. Sorry, breaking the shield, shooting at people. It's just value you can get, and you're not getting it. Like shoot, don't just look around. Decent hook, good shot. Be careful, be careful. You are breaking line of sight with your supports. Like the Sigma's dead, McCree's dead, you're breaking line of sight of your supports. They can't kill you here. Maybe you're just trying to hide, but anyone who was behind you is dead. Anywho, not bad. Don't do this. Wait for your team. You're in the open. They have a Sigma. They have an Ana. They can kill you. Those two can kill you, by the way. They're running away. Kinda looks like, but like especially now with the Roadhog, like you are by yourself. I can't describe how by yourself you are, and you just walk into the line of sight of a Roadhog. This is feeding. This is honestly just feeding. Like good hook, but even if you get this kill, this is a meaningless kill. I cannot emphasize this enough. This could be a good kill, but even if you kill the Sen, your team is nowhere near ready to go. Like we are only now pushing forwards. We don't have a Lucio to capitalize on this. Your rush is respawning. You cannot push this second point without your whole team. Like good kill, but you are just gonna get hooked and kill yourself. And you are feeding. You are letting them kill you. This is bad. Don't do this. Yeah, you got the kill on the Sen. Your team cannot push without you. The Ashe was not ready. Your team was not ready. You are just feeding them. And you gave them, like you traded 200 HP worth of all charge for 600. And free time for them. Because you are going to take a lot longer to get back into this fight than the Zenyatta is. Like, look at the Sen. Oh, the Sen's already back. And you haven't even spawned yet. That's how bad this feed was. Like, your team has to just wait for you. You just fed them your whole HP and you did nothing. I'm actually glad you got hooked there, because if that had gone unpunished, you would have thought that, oh, I got the Sen, I can keep doing this forever, and I will always get away with it. No, it's a terrible idea. Wait for your team. 2CP is, in particular, like Assault 2CP, is a map where you need everyone to attack point B. You are not going to make it happen with up. If you take a 5v6, you are going to lose. They have a much better response. If you take a 5v5, you're going to lose, because they have much better response. To the point where trading is a really good idea for the defense. If they can trade, they're going to get a respawn back in like 12 seconds, and your team needs to wait, well, 10 seconds for the respawn, and then another 10 or maybe 15 for a total of 25 seconds for them to come back. Shooting the shields is okay, stopping in the open. Your team is shielding you, your team is actually waiting for you, you did not wait for them. That could be a good hook. Good hook. You can even use your ultimate. If this gets you the kill, I would be fine with you using your ultimate. It's not good enough to warrant keeping it forever. If you can confirm the skill, it's good enough. Also, if you just go at them, it can get eaten by the Sigma, you can get rocked, it can get deflected, you can get slapped, you can get stunned. So I would just use my ultimate to confirm the skill. Not now, of course, he's just already dead, but I would have used my ultimate at the very beginning of that fight to get that. Please don't use Roadhog here. Just think about this carefully. Sigma is ulting, you have the hook soon, just walk past the shield or break the shield, which is very low. You can see that it's got a ton of cracks. Break the shield or walk past the shield and, you know, hook him. Because he's right in front of you. Hook the Sigma, hook the Sigma, hook the Sigma. Good hook. I'm not sure I will have invested Roadhog considering I just had the Nano Blading Genji in the background and they use Transcendence as well. So really bad ultimate, but you know what? It's not the biggest value ultimate. And you did cancel flag, so I'm like okay with it. And of course, you dying here is fine because your team is dead. We need to regroup anyway. So overall there, good job ignoring the shield, hooking the Sigma when he goes for the flags. You did end up in a weird position, but you know, the fight was lost anyway because of Nanoblade. The thing is, now they have no ultimates. They only have like 2 ultimates. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So is it worth trading this one for those 4 ultimates they use? Absolutely, yeah. I'm more than okay with that trade. By the way, just hook the Sigma. This is a free hook. Free hook, free hook, free hook. Good job. Free kill, free kill, free kill. Great job. That's a really... Remember what I said? Hooks are really good for punishing people who are out of positioning. Right, you need to get picks. Let's go over this. You need to get picks. The best way for you to get picks, like I said earlier in the fight, are either taking, like, if the enemy team is holding this way and your team is pushing it this way, you can take an off angle to try to get a hook. So they are not expecting it, they don't have a second shield to block your hook, and you can just get the hook and kill someone. So that's one way to get pegs. I keep writing the P as, you know, a D, which is really bad for the word pegs. So yeah, if your team is pushing one way, and you can take an off angle, you can get an early pick, which is really solid. The other way that Roadhog is really good, you can punish people. If someone is out of position, you can kill them. If someone fucks up in front of you, you can kill them. You're very good at capitalizing on people's mistakes. Roadhog is a hero that really, like, your team needs to force mistakes out of the enemy, like having all of their resources committed to this, holding this. So you can capitalize on them, well, shoving all of their attention here, so you don't have anyone contesting you and just can get the free hook. Right? Roadhog is a hero that capitalizes on punishing the enemy's mistakes. And if someone is either standing in front of you with no shield or no cooldowns, or just like the McCree in the first point, very out of position, like... And by the way, yeah, your hook can definitely reach this distance. It's 20 meters, it's very long. If someone is out of position, or just does a dumb thing in front of you, then you can just hook them. Go for it. Because I encourage it even. This could just win the game. At this point, you just heal and get out. You get slept, which is unfortunate. Do you get Nano? Yeah, that's actually really good from Urana. She tries to save you really good. Even though you get slept, it's still like, yeah, you're still winning this fight. They don't have a tank. So that's absolutely worth it. Are you gonna get pooped off the map? It looks like you're gonna get pooped off the map. Which is just very unlucky. Maybe not. Okay, we are not gonna get pooped off the map. We do end up using too many ultimates on this fight. Which is unfortunate. You did not... I don't think you got your hook back in time. Yeah, you did not get your hook back in time to deny this. And we didn't have sleep, and we don't really have a way out. So that's very unfortunate. But the hook punishing the Sigma was really good. Also, your Ryan was not with you. Your Ryan was by himself, which is, you know, on him, not on you. By the way, lost fight. Lost fight, just don't commit. This is committing to a lost fight. Now, like I said earlier, the same thing you did earlier, you don't have an easy way out. You don't have a Lucio to speed you out. You are just dead. You are not gonna get out of this. Or at the very least, you should not get out of this. So you are just dying. You're just stalling your team. You are not allowing your team to regroup fast. You are just feeding. This is feeding. That heal, you just gave them 300 more ultra. You are not going to get out. Just die. Even if you get a kill, any kill you get is meaningless because you are dead. You have no way out. You are feeding. Please, just die and reset. Just reset. You need to play with your team. And I know I keep saying take off angles, right? But that doesn't mean you're not playing with your team. Your team is pushing to take the attention away from the enemy when you're off angling. You're playing with your team time-wise. You have the same timing than your team. You don't have to be on top of your team, but you should be with your team in the sense that everyone should be pushing at the same time. And you are not doing that. You are just playing this by yourself. And Roadhog is not a great hero right now. With so much damage, McCree being so good, right? Sigma can just deny you of all value ever. Ana can just counter you very easily. If you get discorded, you get killed. Roadhog is just not in a great position right now. People still play him because, you know, lol, I get hook, I kill, and if people don't focus me down, then I just never die. But any decently coordinated team, like, I would not expect any diamond game not to punish you like this. You are just feeding, and they are punishing you for it, and that's the right thing to do. It's not even very hard. They just have to shoot at you, and you are like a massive, big ball of, you know, all charge. So, again, to recap, you're not very good on Brawl, at least you're worse than Zarya, Sigma, and D.Va, and Orisa, actually. So, who are you better than Ball and Monkey? For Brawl? You're not using your best advantage, which is the ability to get picks. You have done this a couple times, and the times you've done this have been pretty good, but you haven't done this consistently, and you're just feeding. You're feeding so much. By going in by yourself, you're feeding. By staying in by yourself, you're feeding. By healing when you should die, you're feeding. You are just feeding the enemy team a lot. There's an Blade. Hook the Genji, hook the Genji, hook the Genji. Hook the Genji! You missed the hook, you had a perfect shot. You waited too long, and now your team is dead. You could have won this. Your Ryan is charging the Genji off the map, not even off the map, just into a wall, but we can no longer push this. And you should not be going into this. You're gonna tell me we are even, we've got 2 picks, they got 2 picks. Well, do you remember what I said about trading? Trading is better for them. Even if you kill this guy, you are still going to lose this fight. Because your Ryan is not with you. He had to charge Genji off the map. Your Ana was running away from the Genji and it's killing your Reinhardt. It's literally only you and Soldier. 2 people. And you know, they have like 4 people, maybe 3 people, but you should not be pushing this yet. Wait for your team. At the very least, wait for your Ryan and your Ana to be going in. Because I will say this. I'm not against you holding here, right? If you just want to hold on this high ground and maybe try to stop them from getting to the high ground, I'm okay with that. Just take control of the high ground, which, by the way, may just get you killed if they respawn on all the sides to push you on the high ground. But at this rank, I would not expect them to respawn and all go to contest you on the high ground. So I'm not against that if you just want to play here and try to contest the high ground. But I don't want you to go in. If you can get like if you can play here and you're like, oh, lucky hook on the McCree. I hook and kill the McCree. I'm okay with that. If you just want to be like, oh, I just show myself here and spam a little bit of damage every now and then, just to make sure they know I'm here so they can't get this for free. I'm okay with that. If they start pushing forward, they don't have a Lucio either, so they cannot actually rush you down. But if you see that they are grouping up to push you forward, you just get the fuck out. Because otherwise you're just going to feed. And if you go fully in, then you're just feeding. You are just feeding. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. This is just bad. This is just really bad. You're gonna tell me I'm getting value? No, you're not. Like, even though you're running around, do get here and the soldiers on the high ground. This is still not that good. Remember what I said? You have 2 people coming back from all the way here. And their respawns are right there. So even if you kill everyone, they're going to have 3 people back in a few seconds. And they kill our soldier, right? So we trade, but they have an advantage when we trade. And you use your entire ultimate, even though you're here, you should, yeah. Like, no one can contest this McCree anymore. Unlucky, you were going for the McCree with the hook. You got the Genji anyway, and you can kill the Genji. But this is still a lost fight. Like, no matter how hard you tried, you guys started this fight down 2 people. Which is just terrible. I do not expect you guys to get this. You also missed the headshot on the Genji, which is very unlucky. But yeah, you just die here. You literally just die. We invest Nano. We invest, you know, Hog Hall. We Shatter at some point. And we just die because we had fewer people at the start of the fight. And this is not only on you. The Ryan and Diana also went in. But do not do that, please. Regroup. Tell your Ryan to wait. You are down 2 people. Tell your team to wait. Don't go in by yourself. We can break their shield. Now they have a D.Va instead of a Roadhog. So this is even worse for you now, because even if you get a good hook on someone, if the D.Va is good or paying any attention, she can defense max your damage, and you will not kill them. So you get even less value now. The only person you should be looking to hook is actually the D.Va. Because if you hook the D.Va, then you can do damage and you know that no one's gonna block it. You hook the Sigma, and guess what? Defense Matrix! You do no damage. Exactly what I just said. Right? This is even worse for you now. And you get discorded. And there's a McCree shooting at you. And now you got a Sigma D.Va... What's this? Genji on your face. So you have to be really careful with what you hook when they have a D.Va. This is also feeding. Like, you just go away from your team's help, pass your Reinhardt into the entire enemy frontline, and you just die. Stop feeding. You're feeding so much. Oh my god. Like, if they have a Discord, you cannot keep doing this. You keep going into the open, in front of your team. I cannot state how much you are just feeding. This is not you, this is you. Wait for your team, by the way. You are not good enough to duel. Like, look at their heroes. Who can you duel at long range? No. 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 I'm gonna say yes, but not because of you. Like, neither of you have good range. It's just a terrible matchup. You just trade like 10 damage to each other. And here's the worst part. Because at that range you have like several pellets, it's like a shotgun. And she has armor, you are still doing half damage. So even at that range, even at the this range, D.Va could still be doing more damage than you just with micro missiles. So even at long range, I think D.Va has the advantage. Your only tool against is the hook. And if you get a pick here, your team is not ready to push on it. So it's like, you can get a pick, but you should not be trading damage. And even if you get a pick, because your team is not ready to go yet, you get no value. I cannot overstate how much you are misusing Roadhog's kit. You are basically just walking into the enemy team and being like, hey, I'm a big old battery, can't you guys shoot me and get free ultimate charge? And that's been half of this. And sometimes you've gotten good punishes. Like this would be a free hook kill. So just go for the hook kill. But even if you get the kill, it's like your healers are nowhere near close. Are you going to push without your healers? And here, you could very easily die to the Zenyatta, to the Sigma, if he turns around and eats your damage. So, you know, even if you kill the Sigma, I'm like, this is not good. You are getting damage a lot. Your Junkrat is also feeding, so this is not only on you, but you can see how much damage you are taking from the McCree, from the Zenyatta. You are discorded. Maybe even if you get out, you've given them 300 HP worth of all charge. We've lost Junkrat and our supports are not here. We cannot push in anyway. This is not good. This is not good. I cannot overstate that. Stop going by yourself. You are going by yourself a lot of the time. And I don't mean like stick with your team physically. I mean go at least wait for your team to be ready to push. Go at the same time than your team. What are you gonna do here? Okay, that's a good hook. Is your team ready to go? No, they're not. Ana is all the way back here. Junkrat's coming back because he got killed. This is Brigitte. We have a Brigitte now, waiting for the Junkrat. You go your Rhine kind of with you. So what? Are you going to push 3 people into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Stop going forward. Even your Rhine is just like, hey, let's chill, let's wait. You are literally going by yourself. Even Soldier's not ready to go yet. You are going by yourself. So often. You can get this kill and I'll still be like, you are feeding your brains out. Good kill. Your hook mechanics are solid. If you hook someone, a lot of the time you are killing them. The only one you haven't been able to kill is Genji because you hooked him in the air and he had verticality. But this is not good. I cannot overstate how bad this is. You are forcing your team to go forward, using cooldowns. You are using cooldowns, and we are not ready to go. We are still missing 2 people. You got 1 kill, but we are down 2 people. We can't push into this. Like 1? Where's the Junkrat? He was right here, right now. Oh, he's up in the air. 1, 2 people. So this push you're making is bad. Even if you win this, I'll still say it's bad. There's the blade. I would just... I don't know where the blade is behind you. I would just alter this if you were close enough, but in this point your Ana is just dead. Nothing your Ana can do. Hey! You left your supports to die, by the way. By making this push when they were not ready, Genji's just like, oh, there's no one with the Ana, I can just kill the Ana. And now you cannot push this because you have no healing. Ryan doesn't have sustain. They have a lot of point pressure because they are literally right next to the point. 2 people are dead and it's just you are feeding so much. And you're not only feeding your own life, but you're forcing your team to go forwards to cover for you, and that's feeding away your team's life as well. By the way, you can't get out here, like, no matter how hard you try, this is just death. Please don't ult, just die, just die. You should not have healed, you should have died, just died. At least you die right away this time, and you don't use your ultimate. But I cannot state this enough, you are forcing your team to go forwards. I'm feeding so much. Even when your team is not ready to go, you are going forwards by yourself. And dying, dying, give them 500 ult charge or dying. So please don't. That's all I'm gonna say. And your hook, like, you've missed a couple. But your hook accuracy is not that bad when you actually go for them at the right time. So, you've missed a couple. Again, it's not ideal, but a lot of the time you're just... When you're not just throwing it out there to see if you land one, you've gotten pretty good hooks. I've been like, when you want to hook someone, most of the time you are hooking that someone. You've missed a couple times, but most of the time you're doing really well in that regard. So it's not like you don't have potential. You have a pretty solid potential, it's just that you need to stop feeding, please. Play Roadhog like Roadhog, not like Reinhardt. You don't have a shield, you don't have a 1600 HP shield, you don't have any armor. Yeah. So we walk straight into the open in front of the window. and we're all gonna die. And this is not just on you. This should kill everything. This window will kill everything. Again, not just on you. One of the big reasons why you should try to clear the high ground before, actually going in is that if you just let them shoot at you from the high ground, you just lose. Like the Diva Bomb is going to kill everyone. You're going to... This is you. You're going to try to tank it? You mistime it, by the way. So if you're going to try to tank the Diva Bomb, try to tank the Diva Bomb. Were you trying to tank the Diva Bomb or did you just heal because? I think you're trying to tank the Diva Bomb, so you are going way too early. But your Ryan's gonna save you, then he's not gonna save them though. And this is basically the last fight anyway, so it's like, well, you might as well try to, come here, ult them off the high ground, force them on point, try to get kills. But I'm pretty sure this is just a lost fight. Without any healing, yeah. You all... Maybe we can get a second take? Like, this should not be, like, hold on. This should not be winnable. Like, McCree, Baptiste, you and Junkrat, Tracer coming back to contest, Diva coming back. Remember what I said about spawns? I will say this though, at the very least you got a second take by using your ultimate, so I will give you that match. Like, you did come back and use your ultimate and clear the point, and that did give your team a second take. But that's like about the value you got in this attack phase, by the way. I don't think you got more value than that in this entire attack phase on the second point. And yeah, you're just dead. Do we win this or they kinda looks like they just roll us, but maybe we full hold this?
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective.
Oh, I hate this. So Sarah is playing main tech now, right? But if you need to tank damage, let the Zarya bubble come first, then you use your healing, and then you take cover. You have been really bad about taking cover. You've just been feeding it to the enemy team. Not just by turning the open, but by actually walking into them. So I expect this to go terribly bad. I'll be honest, like, I'm just being straightforward, so I don't expect it to go well. Also, you should be playing here. Because you can do a little bit of range damage, and if they come in, right, you can get a hook on, like, the Zarya is holding main, you can try to get a hook from the side. And if they try to push you, you just keep backing out, doing damage, and you are with your team. So if you are here, just spam them, and if they are going for you, they either have a Lucio, if they have a Lucio, you are kind of fucked up, you're just kind of fucked. Because they can all come this way and pressure you. But it's not very likely at this rank that they will all coordinate to come pressure you. So just keep backing out, doing damage, and get out. Breaking the shield solid, you do touch the rock, and you can see that they are putting a lot of damage because now you have no shield and you just have to be in the open. I'm glad they are not pushing forward very much. So maybe this is holdable actually. They can get through this choke for free, but they are just standing in the choke, which is good for us. Like, they can just walk past it, but everyone is standing on the choke, which is really good for us actually. I like this, by the way, I do really like this position. Go for the hook, don't go for the damage. This damage is not going to kill anyone, but the hook will. So as soon as you have it, I want you to hook them. Never mind, you gave up your position too early and now you cannot hook them anymore. Look how, by the way, because you have no shields, you have no pressure, you have no anything. Everyone was forced off it. Even though their Sigma died, your entire team was forced off the angle. And now if they just want to put pressure on the point, they only have to give them a creep. I can just come to the point as well. It's like, we didn't pressure them at all in the choke for a very long time. Did your prices go down for the water queue? It was 4.5k. They are no, it was for 4K. It's always been like that, I believe. It's always been like 2.5K tokens for 1 point, and like 4K for 1 map. Because I wanted for this to be cheaper, but you know, you're a dum dum. I haven't changed them since I made the change, so I can guarantee that they have not changed. That said, don't trade one in today because, like I said, I have a doctor's appointment, so I will not be able to do any more reviews today. Like I'm already like after Liam, that's probably going to be it. So we do kill the diva again. What I said earlier, hooking the diva is good. She's basically your best target, but they still have a lot of pressure, and we have no way of minimizing that pressure. You're just jumping in the open, taking 300 damage from McCree, Dovron, McCree, Genji, Sen, Sigma's coming back too, maybe Diva even. And now you have to commit your heal for it. Hook, really good hook. Go for the hook, good hook, kill, solid. So that's solid. Maybe it's winnable. Okay, it looks like maybe it's winnable. But you've not played this well. You're just letting them shoot at you so much and have fed them so much ultimate charge. Don't walk into the enemy either. Like, Roadhog is not a hero that wants to be walking into people. Roadhog is a hero that wants to force people to walk at them. So that you can shoot at them, get them close, you still have the hook, you have your heals, you can rotate back if you have to. So, yeah, please, don't just walk at the enemy. That's basically the gist of this entire review. And again, I'm glad that they are not punishing you for it. But, or at least not punishing you as hard as they should. But they should be just getting those kills. Hey, remember what I said? Defense matrix just fucks you up. There you go. Defense matrix just fucks you up. And because you have no defensive abilities, your Sarah is about to die. Sarah does not die. She had Pavo. You try to shoot people through defense matrix. Don't do that. Defense matrix is up. You can see it on top of you. And you're walking into them. And you, even if you try to heal, he's about to get the flashbang. He has the flashbang. He's just going to flash and kill you. You are feeding so hard right now. Like, you're going to be like, oh, I can just get out. I have my heal. No, they have 1, 2, 3 ways of stopping you from getting away. They can also just kill you before you heal. You're going to try to heal. I expect you to get stunned. And right click. There's the stun. It was very late, by the way. I don't know what the McCree is doing. He let you heal 200 HP. But even now, he should just right click you and you should die. Yeah. Stop feeding. I cannot say this hard enough. You are feeding so much, my man. You need to play a lot more defensively in the sense of stop walking into the enemy. Play with your team, not physically, but at least wait for your team to be putting pressure if you want to go for an angle. Roadhog is also not that good on defense, but he can be on some maps. But on this map, it's just like, oh, I just get a little bit of pressure on the choke, and that's it. So it's like, you are not Reinhardt. You can't just walk at the enemy. You will die if you walk at the enemy, and you've been dying every time you just walk at the enemy. You've gotten your most value when the Ryan pushes forward, when you have a Ryan on the attack, and you just get a hook from behind your Ryan. And you kill something. You get a peg. Good job. Now we can push. We should lose this, right? Like, we lost 3 people. Somehow we survived for a very long time. But yeah, this is a lost fight. I'm okay with you going to the point here. Because it's defense, so if you want to stall the point, make sure your team regroups. It's okay to just die on the point. So just go to the point and die on the point. You're gonna die anyway. That's the whole point. You might as well have died on the point. Stop this. Please stop this. You are not on the point. Oh my god, you're going to stagger yourself. Okay, they kill you. They kill you. That's okay. You could have contested the point. You are getting nothing. This is not a one fight. If 4 people in your team are dead, you are not gonna win this fight. Please just reset. Go die on the point to stall the point for another few seconds and just reset. They are just gonna roll you. I can already tell that these guys are just gonna roll you. Like, I expect them to roll you, yeah. Their Genji is dead, which is really good for us, but... because they just have Blade, so... They're actually trying to wait for their Genji. Good hook, like, this is actually a decent hook. You're just kind of standing in the open, which is not good. I would rather you play a little closer to cover. Especially if you don't have a shield to hide behind. Play a little more with cover so you don't get shot as much. Which is again a problem, but you not playing with cover is not the biggest problem. You should definitely be playing with cover, but you have been just feeding into the enemy team so much that I feel we need to address this first. Stop feeding into the enemy team. It's like the biggest thing I can tell you right now. Because you've been just feeding into the enemy team. Like, good hook. Like, this is a good hook. You played this pretty well. You were kind of playing, like, trying to hide, waited for the opportunity, got a hook, we confirmed the kill, your team is with you so we can capitalize on this kill, right? You have something to hide behind. It's not bad. This is decent. This is decent play. Like, again, your hook accuracy is not the problem. Your hook is hitting most of the time when you actually go for something. When you throw it out there randomly, you are not hitting, but that's because you are just throwing it there randomly. But the biggest problem is that you're still feeding into the enemy team. Like, what's this? You know when your team is with you to follow up, right? You're exposing yourself. Even if you hit this hook, if the D.Va's paying attention or Diana's paying attention, you could just... Also, you missed the hook anyway, but... You're like very exposed. That's my whole point. And you're nowhere near your team. Like, your team is not here with you. And you get pressured out. At least you get out this time, but... Especially on defense, it's very important to get out. And not die. Because if they kill you, they can actually have an opening. You're kind of playing behind cover, which I'm more than okay with. There's the D.Va bomb, just hide from it. You hide and heal, then you get pulled up by the flags. So this is not too bad. Can you hit the hook on the Sigma? No, you hit the McCree instead, but this is probably not going to be a kill because of the flags. And we just die. You get rest, they try to rest you, but they just have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ultimates. And they still have one more. So, when are you going to stream? Because I'm not home and I can send a game in right now. It's a 3K game and I was playing with Glister and a GMU player. Oh, that's insane. I'm just trying to learn Ana. I only have one more today because I have a doctor's appointment, but you can put it. You can post it on my Discord, Delhi, and I will get to it like as soon as I can. I have a queue of a few people, like 1, 2, 3 games, I think, maybe 4 games. So I don't have a huge queue. I don't have a very big queue right now. So if you post one, I should be doing it soon, but probably not today. Anyway, yeah, just please feel free to join the Discord and I'll do it soon-ish. Like this week, most likely. Link is invalid? Is this expired? No, it should be valid. I'm sorry. Let me try again. Okay, let me just get a new one then. Maybe that one is out of... Okay, there you go. Let me know if that still doesn't work, by the way. Yeah, anywho. Please stop reading. Durkey, please stop. Just please stop. It's working now? Okay, good. That's it. The biggest thing I can tell you is wait for your team. You don't have to be physically with them, but at the very least going at the same time because you are just feeding. Alright. I'll take a 3-minute break, then we'll do the last one for the day. But yes. Alright, I'll take a 3-minute break and I'll be right back, chat.